Najee, this is about the coldest weather you've practiced in.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
You said what?
I said perfect to prepare for LA, right?
It's going to be cold out there or something? Oh, my fault. Yeah. My fault.
In all seriousness, I mean, it won't be cold this weekend, but will there be a real adjustment for you, body-wise, playing-wise as a running back, later this season, playing here in Pittsburgh in the cold and the other divisional spots?
No. No, sir. No.
Okay.
Najee, what are some of the things that you guys keyed in? You got a lot of yards last week, but you guys had some stalls in the red zone. What are some of the things that you guys looked on the film this week to improve?
Improving the red zone? I mean, just run the ball, I guess. I guess that fixed a lot of things.
You popped up on an injury report last week with the foot issues. First time you've been on.
I don't know why I was on there.
So you felt fine?
Yeah.
Has it been, you've reached the halfway point of the season. Has there been anything about the league? Everything's new every week for you, but has there anything surprised you that you weren't expecting in the league? That you're like, wow, I wasn't seeing that coming.
Anything that surprised me so far?
Yeah, about
No.
just on the field.
No, sir. Nothing surprised me so far. It's what I expected.
What's it been like having a game with Mason? How is he different? What are your thoughts with the game?
How's the difference between Ben and Mason?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I don't really know. I guess he's younger. His age, I guess, right? That's it, really.
When you say being better in the red zone, maybe just running the ball more, I mean, obviously that's not really your call or the player's call, but do you go to Mike or Matt and say, hey, like, even if they're stacking the box, like, I feel like I can, take the ball and still get to where I need to be?
I mean, like you said, it's not my decision at the end of the day. But I mean, like, I'll give, I'll say a little bit of stuff ahead, like, even if they stack the box, we can get at least chop down like 2 or 3 yards, and then, it could be a shorter second, third down. But, at the end of the day, it's not my decision. So.
Because, like, that first and goal from the 5, I know it was an RPO, and, Mason doing a box count there. Like, I mean, is there anything you can do differently there at that, like, Mason? Like,
I can't do nothing. I don't. The quarterback got some stuff they got to do.
Right.
I got stuff I got to worry about. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever the quarterback calls, it is what it is. I just got to execute the play. So, I mean, I can't really do nothing right there. It's out of my jurisdictions.
You and Ben, we've seen you talk a lot during training camp or practices. And
You said again.
Sorry, you and Ben, we've seen you guys talk a lot during training camp or practices. Have you guys been able to communicate through your phone or anything?
Yeah.
While he's been out.
Yeah, we talked actually yesterday. Not so more just like how's practice been, just checking in how he's doing. He had COVID, so I was just seeing if he was okay in general. Besides the football stuff. We did talk a little bit about I guess the Chargers and what to expect from them and how important it is just to come out with the win. So that's all really.
Has it been weird not having him around at practice this week?
No, not really. No, I mean, like we it sucks not to have him, but at the same time, like we still gotta play as a team and try to find ways to win games. So I mean, that's just the main focus for me is just to find ways how I can win games for the team and how we can win games for the team. And I mean, just keep chopping wood, man. Keep stacking bricks and trying to find ways to win.
How many family and friends are coming down from Bay Area?
I haven't. Like I said, I'm so worried about us winning. I really don't. I don't have an exact number. I'm thinking it's a lot, but I mean, it might not be. I don't really care. I'm just trying to win. You know what I mean? Who comes. Do
you guys have an idea of when you'll find out concretely who the quarterback will be for Sunday night?
That's not my decision. I can't do nothing about that. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Timeline's right. I think you would have been with J.C. Hassenauer in Alabama for a year or two.
I was with J.C. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out for a year.
Yeah, do you remember him? And it looks like he's going to start for you guys this week.
Do I remember J.C. Alabama?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what were your impressions of him, I guess, at the time?
Alabama?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I don't know. I was a freshman. This was my first year there. I think this is last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just trying to find my way, just like now. I'm trying to find my way. You know what I mean?
But it says something about Alabama. He was essentially a backup at Alabama. Here he is starting at the NFL. Isn't that kind of crazy?
No. What? No. Like, shoot, he's a good player.
He's a good player. That's what I mean. He didn't really start at Alabama.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to compliment your alma mater, I guess, and say how good of players you got. You got backups that are
pro player?
I mean, yeah, he's good, I guess. I don't even know how to answer that one, buddy. I'm sorry about that.
I know you said Mason being younger is a big factor there, but you weren't involved as much in the pass game as you have been in some games with Ben. Have you talked to Mason at all, or is there any work to get you more involved in the passing game?
I mean, well, I think people get a lot of stuff misconstrued. I mean, I get check downs. You know what I mean? It's not like that. You know, it's a play built in for me. Like I'm a read. I'm the last read. I'm a check down. So I mean, like these past couple of games, I haven't been getting the ball because that's a good thing. They're not throwing it to the check down, right? Maybe they're airing it out. So you know, it's not like it's plays built for the past couple of games built for me to get the ball. It was just I was the check down route. You know what I mean? Just like the Bengals game, everyone was saying that like I don't know, that was designing passes for me. It was like, nah, I was just the check down route. You know what I mean? I was just a check down. I'm the last read for his you know, when he makes his reads. These past couple games, he haven't got to his last read because other people's been open. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? You know, hopefully it's just like that. But if the ball comes down to me, make the best I can.
Your 3 road games so far have been Buffalo, Green Bay, and Cleveland. 3 pretty tough places to play. Have you heard at all about how Steeler Nation can kind of take over a venue like LA, and it might actually seem more like Pittsburgh than the West Coast on Sunday night?
Yeah, man. Actually, they was just telling us about that before we even broke about how you know, I guess there's more Steeler fans than I don't really know. It's my first year, but I mean, woohoo. You know?
Was it kind of weird having the crowd noise for both sides today? It felt
today
like
at practice?
Yeah, there was never a quiet moment.
I zone out so much in practice. I'm just trying to focus on how to win. You know what I mean? So sometimes I hear the crowd noise, but it's like I'm just so used to it. So it's like, man, I don't really care about this stuff. I'm just trying to focus in on practice, really.
Last 2.
KG had the snap in overtime. Pat had the fumble at the end. How have you seen those 2 guys from your rookie class kind of dealing with that adversity and just, you know, their approach to work?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like just us as a team been dealing with adversity all year. So, I mean, like, for that to happen, you know, it was obviously a little bit more because we was on a win streak and, you know, that circumstances happened. But, I mean, like, you know, they handled it really well. You know, and those come to me and they, you know, they had some comments about, you know, just how they can, you know, just improve and how they felt bad about that. But, I mean, like, they're rookies. And I mean, we're rookies. We're humans too. We make mistakes. There's a couple mistakes happen, but, you know, it really doesn't matter about last games. Matter about how we're going to do now and improving our mistakes. So, I mean, I think that we're going to come out there and then, you know, they're going to be even better than what they were because those mistakes kind of molded them of, you know, what not to do, I guess, you know.
Did you see Tua hit the sneeze after he scored a touchdown? He said that you taught it to him when you guys were at Alabama.
Yeah, you saw how terrible it was? I taught him it, but I never taught it to be that bad. He has no rhythm. It was no nothing. It was horrible. But hey, you know, I tip my hat off to him. Hey, he tried.
Do you give him another like lesson now, like FaceTime, like
I'll have to because I mean that was horrible. But hey, you know, he shouted me out in the Bay Area. So hey, aloha to you know, shout out to you.
Well, Alec, defensively, how do you see you guys have a challenge? Looks like at least a couple of your most prominent players not there. How do you guys kind of rally around that to replace them?
I don't know the situation right now, but you know, I hope that we're able to have all the guys that we can have, and so no matter who's in there, I think that's something that Coach Tomlin always preaches about this team is the next man up mentality. So no matter who's in, the standard is the standard. So we got to be able to come in and be able to make plays, be able to produce. And so I think we definitely have a challenge with going up against a good offense. They got a lot of weapons on their offense, led by a great quarterback. And so it's going to be a fun challenge for us this week. And we've had to put together a good week of practice, and I'm really excited for the challenge ahead.
Last time we talked to you, you seemed pretty, or at least you were putting a lot on yourself, or you seemed to be, I don't want to say blaming yourself or whatever, but you were critical of yourself. Is that something that you naturally, you see that as like you kind of being a good teammate, or is that something you naturally have always kind of pushed yourself that way, or is that motivating? Or
Yeah, I try to push myself to be the best that I can be, and I'm always about putting my teammates first, and I just want to be able to put my teammates in the best position to win, and so that's why I am critical on myself to be able to go out there and just be the best person that I can be. And so I just continue to work that way, and that's how I've been ever since college. Being a walk-on, being critical of myself, and just wanting the best out of myself. And so, but ultimately, it's not about me. It's about my teammates and about the team. And so I just want to do what I can to put myself in for the betterment of the team.
I know TJ talks a lot about wanting to be fresh late in games and find the right moments to take a rest and things like that. Do you do that, and is it different when you know you don't have TJ? There's you're farther, assuming you don't, or if you don't, down the depth chart a little more? Do you feel more like I need to be in here more now for my team?
I think we got quality guys, coming in, Taco and Derek and Delate. I think those are all quality guys that are going to be able to come in and do the job for us. And so I know that, we'll be able to split those reps evenly like we have been. And so, I'm excited for the challenge ahead, just like I said earlier this week. But I think all three of those guys are going to be able to come in and really provide a way for us.
Now, when you talk about being hard on yourself and wanting more, how do you balance that from not doing too much, staying within what you need to do versus wanting to do?
Yeah, for sure. Like, no matter how I play, I'm always going to feel like I can do better, and that's just something that I've always really instilled in myself. And so, but at the same time, I know that I just got to go out there and just have fun playing the game that I love, and go out there and just play as hard as I can every single snap, and know that the plays will come. And so, just like I said, I'm just trying to do the best that I can for the betterment of the team, and just just be able to put my team in the best position to win. And so, I'm just excited for this next opportunity.
It's something you feel. Last year at this time, you were the youngest guy. You had a couple, but and again, assuming we'll see what TJ does, but if he's not, you're now like the longest tenured at your position room, kind of, that might be on the field on Sunday. Is that a different mindset for you? Do you feel that much different than you were as a rookie now?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've grown and matured over the past year, and so I'm thankful to be able to have this position, to be able to continue to grow and mature. And so the more that snaps that I get, the more I'll continue to grow and continue in my IQ and knowledge of the game, and the faster I'll play. And so I just look forward to just continuing that progress this week.
I know you talked about it, it is what it is, whatever the situation was with Melvin or whatever, but I know there was talk. I mean, do you take that personally? Do you take it motivating that, the team kind of, put you in a role, and people were talking about whether, they lost a player because, your abilities and everything to prove like, hey, I'm a quality, good, starter level player here?
Yeah, I was thankful for the impact that Melvin had on me when I was here. Both of us being from the 910 area and both being from North Carolina, it was a cool relationship that we had built. Like I said earlier, it sucks that things didn't work out, and so I wish him nothing but the best. And so that's just how I feel about it.
And I think I asked you similar this last whenever it was too, but everything you grade really well against the run, everything, and maybe overall, people are all at your position. People are always going to look at sacks first, no matter what, whether good, bad, indifferent, everything else, get pressures, whatever. Do you feel that production? Do you want that production, or are you satisfied if you're doing everything right otherwise, and you don't have the sack production? Or?
Yeah, I definitely do, but in the day, I just want to go out there and just do the best that I can, and so I try not to let stats really get to my head. Of course, I want to get as many as I can, but ultimately, I just want to know at the end of the day, look myself in the mirror and say, did I give everything I had to it? And so that's just really the main thing that I'm focused on, just give everything I have to it.
Kendrick, this week, how much did you focus on just your connection with Mason, kind of get some of those snaps?
Just coming out early, like we always have been, and even taking a few extra reps just to really, get that down. So.
Was there something that you could point to that was kind of causing some of the miscues on Sunday?
To be honest, not really. I honestly have no excuse for it. Honestly, you just can't have it. So.
Different quarterback? Is that mental or something? Or
no. No, it's all me. Just need to slow down and realize, snap first. Has nothing to do with who's back there. So.
Kendrick, you worked so much with Hassenauer at the same position.
Say it again.
You worked so much with Hassenauer at the same position. What's it like to have him next to you? What's that relationship?
It's pretty good. JC's a smart dude too. So, it's like having another set of eyes out there with me, because he's a center as well. So having JC's fun.
What was it like Sunday night? Did you dwell on it at all, or did you kind of bounce back pretty quick after the game?
Watch the film, try, assess why it happened, you know what I mean, and but after that, you gotta press forward. So.
How chaotic was it for you last weekend, finding out Ben's on the COVID list? It's going to be Mason, and then now this week, still kind of some question as to who it will be.
It's kind of just. It's the business. It is what it is. You got to roll with it. Either way, I'm going to be out there on Sunday, so it really doesn't matter to me. So.
How do you prepare this week for two quarterbacks, especially when one isn't able to be in practice?
We all have faith in Ben. He's been doing this for a long time. It's the reason why he's been as successful as he has been in this league. And then, we're comfortable. Mason comes to work every day and works hard. Mason knows what he's doing as well, so I'm comfortable with both.
Have you talked with Ben at all this week, or been able to check in on him?
Just here and there. He's feeling a lot. He said he's feeling better and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens.
What kind of things do you guys key on against the Chargers defense? defensive front to try and get a little more push going, especially in the run game?
Say it again.
What kind of things are you guys keen on against the Chargers to get the run game up?
It's just same thing every week. Honestly, we're just play physical, play with low pads, and we just got to come together and work in unison this week. And Najee's going to do what he does best.
Both guys next to you get hurt during a game, get to switch. Is that at all an adjustment last week?
It's a small adjustment, but it hasn't been the first time that group was in. So we practiced with that group before. We know how it is. And Joe came in, and he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. The same with JC, so it wasn't too big of a difference.
JC's a center by trade and playing guard. You were a guard by trade. You probably play more guard before this year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that once you get to this level, you have to be
versatile? Definitely. That's I think that's something that that keeps guys in the league, right? Versatility. But versatility is huge.
More and more opposing coaches are saying that they're gearing up to stop Najee. They know the offense runs through him. How much do you guys kind of embrace that as an O-line, knowing that these defenses they're stopping the run first, and we still have to be able to do it, even if they want to put all these guys in the box.
We'd rather run the ball than pass the ball for sure. So, when people know that, they know it is what it is, right? So you still got to line up, like you said, and run the ball no matter what. So.
How different is it with Mason in there as opposed to Ben? Just huddle, different things like that?
To be honest, there's nothing too different, drastic for us up front at least. I can't speak for the receivers and all that, but it's all the same. Mason knows his stuff just like Ben knows his stuff too. So we're all comfortable with Mason.